I'm so confused about this album already. Pigs on the Wing 1, dogs, pigs, 3 different ones, sheep, pigs on the wing 2. This band is so weird. Hey everyone, it's Ashlena. Welcome to my channel. The Pink Floyd rabbit hole continues. If you are new here, I started my Pink Floyd journey a couple weeks ago because I've literally never heard a Pink Floyd song before. No judgment here, okay? So I started my Pink Floyd journey that David Gilmour was singing because it was a patron request, and I thought David had the most amazing voice, and then realized later on that that was one of the lead singers from Pink Floyd. I know I said in my other videos it was the lead singer, but one of the lead singers from Pink Floyd. And yeah, it's been quite the journey, and I've listened to the full album of The Dark Side of the Moon. I've listened to the full album of Wish You Were Here. I watched some live performances, and now I'm going to get into Animals because the consensus from the thousands of comments I've been getting is that I should not do The Wall first and that I should do Animals first. And I know a lot of you, not most of you, but a lot of you actually mentioned that I should do metal before I do Animals, but I feel like the consensus is to do Animals. So I'll leave it up to you in the comments. I'm going to do Animals. If you want me to do The Wall next, let me know. Or I can do metal beforehand. I don't mind either way. You guys know. So I obviously don't because I've never heard these albums before. A lot of people mentioned that I should watch the movie The Wall before I actually listen to The Wall, and I feel like that's really odd. I don't think I can do a reaction to a movie on YouTube, nor would I, because let's be real, my attention span when it comes to movies is zilch. But I do promise to watch it, but I think I'm just going to listen to the audio first and then watch the movie, and I'll do like a recap on my thoughts of the movie if that's something you're interested in. Okay, so let's get into Animals. It's not that long of an album. It's about 41 minutes. The one thing that's giving me a little bit of anxiety is the fact that there's a song that's 17 minutes and 5 seconds. Like, what are we doing? Okay, but 5 songs in 41 minutes? Jesus. How did these songs play on the radio? Did they just play the whole 17-minute song? Is there a radio edit? Like, is that even possible? We're here to find out. Okay, so as always, I'm reading along with the lyrics. My opinions and my thoughts expressed here are my own. I am very honest. I'm very blunt. If I don't like something, you're going to know. And for the people who get mad in the comments, stay mad because it's not hurting my feelings. If you need to get some frustrations out in the comments because I don't like one of your favorite songs, that's fine. I don't really care. So carry on. Shall we listen to Pigs on the Wing 1? Guys, I have no information about this album. Obviously, it's about animals because the songs are about pigs, dogs, pigs, and sheep, and more pigs. Okay. Pigs on the Wing 1 because I'm so confused about this album already. Pigs on the Wing 1, dogs, pigs, 3 different ones, sheep, pigs on the wing 2. This band is so weird. Okay, let's go. Love an acoustic guitar.
If you didn't care, what happened to me? And I didn't care. But you, we would zigzag away through the bottom of pain, occasionally glancing up through the rain, wondering which of the buggers to blame. And watching for pigs on the wing.
Okay. Wow. Is that the shortest Pink Floyd song? That's amazing. It's pretty. I don't really know what they're going on about, so let's find out because I'm sure all of you will tell me in the comments, but that's why I use genius.com. No, I'm not affiliated with them at all. I just really like the website. So we would zigzag our way through the boredom and pain is referencing a quote from the famous German philosopher Arthur Schopenhauer. Life swings like a pendulum backward and forward between pain and boredom. So this song takes a similar philosophical outlook on life, that the world is unreasonable and the only way to overturn strife is to lessen the weight we put on earthly desires and worries. Schopenhauer especially had a soft spot for artistic expression, such as music being an outlet for the human condition. Okay. And then watching the pigs on the wing, these lyrics might share a connection to the imagery projected in the album artwork of the album Animals. In the artwork, a balloon pig attached to a string is set off into the sky. The pig was specifically designed for the album artwork itself. However, the helium-filled pig balloon got severed from its string and hence disappeared within a couple of minutes of its flight. Here, they might be referring to watching the same pig, given it had wandered away from Battersea Power Station during the photo shoot, and hence the pig had gotten wings. I don't know what the fuck that means. Okay, I wouldn't assume this song was written about a balloon. It also says, in addition to the 3 long opuses that construct the middle of Animals, the album is bookended by 2 short pieces, respectively Pigs on the Wing, parts 1 and 2. Essentially, they are love songs written by Waters for his wife at the time. They are brisk and simple and are able to stand as mostly disconnected from the 3 middle songs. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of empathy in this song. Yeah, I can kind of see this being a semi-love song in a sense, where you're kind of like, if I didn't care for you, you didn't care for me, we would just be bored and we would have a lot of pain. Occasionally glancing up through the rain, I think of occasionally kind of like getting through the storm in a sense. And then wondering which of the buggers to blame because, you know, the world is a shithole and people suck and the government is awful and all that good stuff. And watching for pigs on the wing, no fucking clue. I'll be completely honest. I have no fucking clue what that means. But hey, it's a pretty song, but the lyrics are out there. But also the guitar was really pretty, so I wouldn't mind hearing it again. Okay, let's get into dogs, which are my favorite animal. If you guys don't know, I have a dog named Ruger and he's awesome. And he tends to bark through a lot of my videos, so if he does, I apologize. But he obviously can't hear this because I'm wearing headphones, but he is taking a nap right now. So let's get into dogs. It's 17 minutes long. I have no idea what to expect. So here we go. Oh, okay. You know what? The acoustic guitars are phenomenal. Now I understand why you guys wanted me to hear this album, because I'm already obsessed, because it's purely acoustic. That makes me so freaking excited, because 17 minutes of acoustic guitar, that's amazing. Restarting. My God. There's just something about it. Oh, the volume increase.
You got to be crazy. You gotta have a real need. Gotta sleep on your toes. And when you're on the street, you got to be able to pick out the easy meat with your eyes closed. Then moving in silently downwind and out of sight. You got to strike when the moment is right without thinking. And after a while, you can work on points for style.
I understand why my dog would bark.
And when you lose control, you'll reap the harvest you have sown. And as the fear grows, the bad blood slows and turns to stone.
Beautiful harmonies.
And it's too late to lose the weight you used to need to throw around. So have a good drown as you go down all alone, dragged down by the stone.
Oh God, where is this going? I hate that it's in this headphone and not in both. Oh, it's like a synthy dog bark. That's so weird. that someone calling a dog? Yeah. That synthy dog sound is so strange. Just when I was about to give up.
Gotta admit that I'm a little bit confused.
Me too.
Sometimes it seems to me as if I'm just being used. Gotta stay awake, gotta try and shake off this creeping malaise. If I don't stand my own ground, how can I find my way out of this maze? Deaf, dumb, and blind. You just keep on pretending that everyone's expendable and no one has a real friend. And it seems to you the thing to do would be to isolate the winner. Everything's done under the sun. And you'll believe what hard everyone's a coward.
I love this part.
chain. It was given a pass on the back. It was breaking away from the pack. It was only a stranger at home. It was ground down in the end. It was found dead on the phone. It was tracked down by the stone. It was dragged down by the stone.
Okay. Honestly, there was some beautiful moments in that song, musically. Now, I'm not a big fan of his singing voice, so that kind of irked me throughout this whole song, but also the lyrics are wild. This song is wild. And then obviously you guys saw me kind of like losing interest throughout that instrumental part. And at the point where I kind of put my head down, I guess, and kind of gave up, the song kicked back in and I was like, thank God. Because yeah, it just got so boring at that one moment. But then you have such beautiful acoustic parts in it that just make my heart so happy. And I love hearing an electric guitar solo along with an acoustic guitar playing. That just warms my heart. But yeah, this song is different. I don't think I'd ever listen to this again. But I kind of want to hear what is going on in this song. So I'm going to check out genius.com because this song scares me. So I'm a little confused because this is David Gilmour singing. That's what it says here. And I feel like he sounds kind of annoying in this song. I think as someone who actually likes his voice a lot, this did nothing for me. But it was more of like a chat song than an actual sing song. So that could have done it. But Dogs, originally entitled You Gotta Be Crazy, began as a sprawling jam that was turned into a multi-part suite about the sadness that occurs from trying to find your place in the world and getting stuck up in the race of the day-to-day life. Thematically, the song connives people in life who are symbolized as dogs. Dogs, over 17 minutes in length, is one of the band's longest uninterrupted songs, a tour de force that requires multiple listens to truly appreciate its majesty. Okay, understood. It has been suggested that the lyrics were partly inspired by the poem Howl by Allen Ginsberg, which describes a world corrupted by a love of money. There is a particular similarity in the repetition of lines beginning with who waters whoever denies that that was his inspiration. Okay, then why did I even read that if it's bullshit? So David Gilmour said the first lot Roger wrote for Dogs when it was called You Gotta Be Crazy were just too many words to sing, but most of the ideas were ideas I felt good about and encapsulated a lot of the thinking that I had as well. I often wish I had been able to express them as well as he did. Oh, well, that's sad. Yeah, this song's fucking wild. Like, it's kind of odd that, you know, you write a song called Dogs and there's a lot of references that could be made about actual dogs, but if you're taking it as people who are dogs, okay. I don't know. I would love someone to like actually explain this song to me, even if it takes a very ginormous comment, because it's such a weird song. And I totally get them saying that you need to listen to the song more to appreciate it, because let's be real, in 17 minutes hearing something for the first time, you're not going to really understand the whole song. But musically, it's beautiful. There's a lot of instrumental moments that are amazing, but that last one just had me. I was like, I'm done. But when it kicked back in, I was back in it. So that's kind of a good thing. I feel like I kind of have to listen to this again to really get it, because after hearing it for the first time, I feel like I've never heard it before. You know what I mean? It's like hearing a song for the first time that's this long and you can't even remember half of it because it's so long and there's so many different parts to it. So I can see why a lot of their songs now are split into different songs. because this could have been 3 songs. Hell, could have been 4 songs. But understandably so, I can see why it's one big song, but it's a lot to take in. So I don't really have much else to say about it. I do want to see if my dog's going to bark though. So I'm going to play this really quickly and see if anything happens. I feel like I need to play it on a better speaker. And not a single fuck was given. This is not an ad. This is a giveaway. And if you made it through my video this far and you're subscribed, you deserve a little gift. I'm gifting 1 vinyl of Pink Floyd's The Wall. So if you're interested, this is how you enter. Now I've partnered up with vinyl.com and they are going to send it directly to you. So that's very exciting. All you have to do is leave a comment below. You can say whatever you like. You could literally say nothing and just put a period. I don't care what you do. But to make this sneaky so every single person doesn't enter and only those who have actually watched this part of the video get to enter, I want you to add the pig emoji and the musical note emoji, and I have them here so you know what they look like. This is really just a thank you for you guys watching, subscribing, and being a part of this community with me, and I really appreciate all the love I've been getting on these Pink Floyd videos. I will choose a winner by responding to your comment, and then you just have to email me at ashlenamusic@gmail.com, and I will get all your info and the vinyl is yours. But if you don't email me within 24 hours, I'm picking another winner. Okay. All right, so that was interesting. Let's get into Pig's 3 different ones, which is also a very long song. So let's see what happens in this guy. Oh dear. Ooh. Okay, I'm feeling this.
And when your hand is on your heart, give me a little love. Almost a juggler. With your head down in the pit bin, saying, keep on digging. Pig stayed on your fat chin. While do your hope to find down in the pit mine? You're nearly alive. You're nearly alive, but you really cry.
first time they swore. This is a vibe.
You radiate cold shafts of broken glass.
Nearly a good life, almost with the cooking. You like the feel of steel. Your hot stuff with a hat pin. A good food with a handgun. You're nearly alive. You're nearly alive, but you really ain't
Is it a real pig? Or is it sound effects? Wow. This is crazy.
Hey, you white
bell too? Oh, it's fading out. Oh, I hate a fade out. Is that a sheep? Okay, I'm hearing the transition into the song Sheep, so I'm going to stop there for a second. Ah, that's definitely my favorite song off the album so far. I absolutely love the musical vibe of this song. It's such a good time. I was grooving to it. It sounded good. I actually really love the part when the lyric kind of sounds like this. This part is so good. It's such a cool vibe. It's cool. It's a great song. The thing that I don't really get is what it's actually about, and I'm sure that's not surprising as someone who's only listening to this song for the first time. There's a lot going on in this song. I'm assuming they're talking about a person because the first lyric is big man, pig man. Haha, charade you are. So they're talking about someone, and it's not a good chat about someone, that's for sure. And then they say something about Mary at the end, and I'm like, are you singing about Mary? Like, it's a little confusing for a first time listen, but I'm sure genius.com can help me because I don't think anyone else can. Although it could be about 3 different people because it's called Pigs, 3 different ones. So we'll see. I have to say the pig snorts are a lot. I'm so curious if they actually got an actual pig sound or it's like a digital piggy noise or they just digitized a piggy noise. Like, I'm so confused. So in a 2019 interview, Waters explained that big man, pig man refers to any businessman who's more interested in making money than they are in having relationships with other human beings, which might be more rewarding than accumulating wealth. Totally get it. Totally get it. I'm obviously not going to go through every single lyric in this song, but I am going to go through the ones that I think is kind of calling me in a sense. So, Hey You, White House is an attack on Mary Whitehouse, who's a controversial conservative activist. This lyric was originally misinterpreted by the American government to be an attack on the White House. That makes sense. Leading many officials to declare Pink Floyd as anti-American. When Roger toured solo in the 1980s, he changed the lyric to Hey You Thatcher. Nowadays, Roger sings it about White House in the USA, as he stated in an interview with Rolling Stone. A lot of people think I'm singing about the White House in Washington, and I am now because nobody cares about Mary Whitehouse anymore. That's amazing. Okay, so this is very, very political, obviously, and the pig noises are so rude. They're so rude, but honestly, good on you, Pink Floyd, for saying it how it is. Okay, so this is really just a song that says, like, fuck you to politics in general. Having already introduced the dogs who elevate and enrich themselves at the expense of others, this song describes 3 pigs who perpetuate injustice and hardship whilst maintaining their grip on power. The use of the word pig as a slang term for the police in many English-speaking countries is coincidental. I assumed. I didn't think this was about cops. The lyrics do not describe law enforcement, but politics, an allusion to the porcine characters in George Orwell's novel Animal Farm, which served as an inspiration for animals. Okay, that's cool. The pigs in Orwell's story put on the facade of benign leaders whilst exploiting the fears of the other farm animals to settle personal scores and further their own interests. Naturally, this leads only to broken promises and oppression. Each of the 3 pigs in this song symbolize a political figure or an archetype in mid-1970s Britain whose policies, activities, or views were considered objectionable by the lyricist Roger Waters. Of the 3 figures described in the song, only the conservative morality campaigner Mary Whitehouse is directly identified. The song's title is also a nod to the fairy tale of the Three Little Pigs. Wow, that's crazy. I find their minds to be very fascinating when it comes to their lyrics. Like, I really do. So knowing all of that information now, I feel like this song is definitely going to be the one that sticks with me the most because I totally agree with everything in the song. Now, obviously, I'm not British. I'm not from the UK. I am from Canada. Now, listen, I'm not wanting to get into politics. I'm just a fan of when bands speak their minds, are honest in their music. And yeah, in a way, this is not as clear until you kind of dig in deeper to who these people are and what this song's really about. But I like that. It's like a little quiet dig. Let's make a really epic song and tell someone to fuck off. It's my kind of band. All right, I dig it. Okay, so the end of Pigs, 3 different ones, kind of rolls right into Sheep. So I'm going to listen to the end of that song and flow right into Sheep's, which is 10 minutes long. Oh yeah, I didn't even talk about the ending of the song. I hate when songs have epic guitar solos like and it's fading out. And although it does fade out over a long period of time, it sounded like he was still going off, and I think that's bullshit. So that's just my personal opinion. Okay, let's hear the sheep. These sounds are killing me. Ooh. The wow, wow, wow. Very jazzy. The bass. Love that low bass note. I'm a sucker for bass. Do you think these songs would be... Okay, I was not expecting that, and I'm really sorry I started talking because I told you guys I wouldn't talk in these songs, but I have to ask, do you think these songs would be more effective or less effective with these animal noises? Just curious. Okay, rewinding. The song just started. This melody is so pretty. I love how loud the bass is. What is that supposed to be? I love the guitar layers. Oh, this bass. Another long fade out. Okay, I'm just gonna listen to Pigs on the Wing too and talk about it after since it's so short. Oh, the birds are pretty.
You know that I care. What happens to you? And I know that you care. For me too.
So cute.
So I don't feel alone on the way to the stone. Now that I've found somewhere safe to bury my bone, and any fool knows a dog needs a home. A shelter from pigs on the wing.
We've come full circle. Very interesting. Okay, let's talk about sheep. I apologize for interrupting the song. That's so very unlike me, but I was just so curious, like, would these songs sound better without all of that animal noise? And I don't know the answer, but I'm sure after you guys have listened to these songs millions of times, I'm just curious your thoughts. This song was actually not bad. I'm surprised. A lot of the lyrics were a little head turning at points, especially the one where he said, bleeding and babbling, we fell on his neck with a scream. Like, I don't know what that means, but I instantly got George Floyd in my mind because of the whole, knee on the neck kind of thing. It freaked me out. I was like, what is happening? Because this happened way before that. So I'm going to go do some deep diving and see what this song is about. Okay, so acting as Pink Floyd's message to their fans, Sheep, initially entitled Raving and Drooling, continues the theme developed in the album. Lyrically, Sheep describes a circumstance where people follow an ideology without knowing the reason. Similarly, in Animal Farm, the novel that inspired the album, the sheep were the animals that would burst blindly into a chant of 4 legs good, 2 legs bad. They did as they were told without any hesitation. They went along with the ideals of the rest of the sheep and the majority of the animals. This theme evidences itself through the lyrics of the song where the sheep follow the rules set for them. So this is a song to their fans, which is odd because I feel like, they're probably saying like, don't be sheep. But I honestly, I don't know if it's a message to their fans. Like, this could be wrong. I do agree that it describes the circumstance where people follow an ideology without knowing the reason. Like, I think everyone should have their own thoughts, their own feelings, their own ideas when it comes to certain things. Actually, everything, to be fair. I don't think you should just believe something because someone you love does, etc. You should have your own thoughts, feelings, etc. Overall, I dig this song. I think it's really cool. Again, I don't really get a lot of it. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want, blah, 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 is a reference to Psalm 23:1. Don't worry, I didn't know that. I'm reading it. It says basically, if we are God's lambs and Christ is our shepherd, it is a good analogy to describe his love for us. A shepherd will risk his life to protect his lambs. He feeds them, he shelters them, and he cares for their wounds. A good shepherd sees to it that his lambs want for nothing. And Psalm 23 is depending entirely upon God and how God will take care of you. So I don't really understand why this was put in here, because a lot of the sheeps were like bleeding at that time. And I'm curious if this was something they did to be like, you don't really need to believe in God or the Bible just because everybody else does. I don't know. Or if it's the complete opposite where they actually agree to this stuff. But then it's funny because when you're reading this, and God help me, I don't really know anything in the Bible. Don't judge me. That's just my vibe. I'm not going to get into my beliefs and things. But it says, when he says, with bright knives he releaseth my soul, he maketh me to hang on hooks in high places, etc. It says, but now Water twists the verse in a way referencing how religion and politics is used by those in power to control the masses who otherwise could rise against them. The sheep following the leader will be slaughtered and cut into lamb chops. Unless they wake up and listen to the message, don't trust anyone and rise against the manipulative powers. So I feel like this is more of like a political stance, more so than a religion stance. But then again, I don't know. I didn't write the song. I couldn't tell you what it actually means, but happy to hear your thoughts or any information you guys have on this song of what deep down this song is really about. Yeah, and then we'll get into Pigs on the Wing 2. I think Pigs on the Wing 1, Pigs on the Wing 2 are adorable. I think they're just so simplistic and so pretty, and it seems just really sweet. Yeah, it just seems like a really sweet song. Apparently it's for his wife. So for this version, it serves as the second part of the book and song. The track is a lighter theme song amid the anger-filled tracks with a glimpse of hope in society. The track describes how the protagonist stopped being a dog after they acknowledged someone's affection for them. So I don't know. I think it's really, really cute. I think that was a really cute song. Do you guys think I should read the book Animal Farm? Because I haven't. And I can read really fast, so I feel like I could probably get through it pretty quickly. But I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to like it. I don't know if I'm going to like it. You guys tell me. Tell me if I should read the book. Anyways, this album was super interesting. I definitely like Wish You Were Here way more. But I do appreciate this album because of kind of how they did it. It's an album called Animals, right? And the songs are pigs, dogs, and sheep. And it's really just the in-depths of politics, religion, love, society, etc. And it's interesting. And it tells a story. And I think it's very powerful and kind of magical in a sense of how they did it. And musically, it's fantastic. But again, like, when am I listening to these songs on my own time? Probably never, to be fair. Maybe Pigs on the Wing 1 and 2. And maybe listening to these songs, just to kind of respect the fact that I like listening to songs that I've only heard once, a couple more times to kind of deeply understand it a little bit more. But I couldn't see myself hanging out saying, you know what, I'm going to listen to dogs. Like, I don't know, it's not my vibe, although musically it's fantastic. Anyways, let me know what you guys think of this album as Pink Floyd fans. Is Animals kind of like on top of your list? Is it a little bit lower? I would actually love to know what order you would put Pink Floyd albums in. That will be a fun game. Well, thank you guys for getting through this album with me. I know I've been deep diving into Pink Floyd very quickly. I feel like The Wall, as I'm doing that next, unless I get told to do metal first, I feel like The Wall is going to take a really long time, so bear with me. Appreciate you sticking around. Appreciate you subscribing. Appreciate all the love in the comments. Appreciate all the hate in the comments too, though. That's always fun. It makes me laugh. Yeah, thank you for subscribing. Thank you for supporting my channel. If you don't know, these videos of Pink Floyd reactions are very, very, very unmonetized because the label gets all the money from my videos. So if you do want to support my channel by buying me a coffee or being a part of Patreon for a month or two, you're more than welcome to do that. It's all on Patreon. Links are down below. If you want to support my channel in other ways, you can subscribe, you can like, you can comment. Those are all free things. And if you want to buy something for yourself, you can head over to vinyl.com if you're a vinyl collector and use my code Ashlena and save 10% off. Cool? Cool. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in my next one.